After the age of 60, your legs can start shrinking even while you sleep. You might eat well, stay active, and follow all the right advice. But every night, your body may still break down more muscle than it builds. It's called anabolic resistance, and it turns restful sleep into a silent threat to your leg strength. But strangely, the drinks you choose before bed could make it worse or much better. In this video, we'll uncover 4 bedtime drinks that quietly support leg strength, muscle repair, and nerve coordination. They're not supplements or trends. They're real foods rich in slow-digesting proteins, amino acids like leucine, minerals like calcium and magnesium, and even B12 to protect your motor nerves. And yet, most seniors have never heard how powerful these drinks can be. One of them, when used consistently, helped improve lower body function in adults over 65 by over 20% in recent studies. Before we dive in, drop a comment below. Where are you tuning in from? And what's your favorite nighttime drink? Let's start with the first one. Drink number 1. Warm fortified milk. The silent bedtime drink that rebuilds leg muscle. While you sleep. After 60, your body quietly begins resisting the very process that once built muscle. This is called anabolic resistance, and it gets worse at night. While you sleep, your muscles go hours without food, and if no amino acids are present, they break down muscle tissue for energy. For older adults, this slow erosion often starts in the legs. But there's a simple way to fight back. A warm cup of fortified milk, the kind with added protein and vitamin D, can gently feed your muscles during sleep and stop that silent nighttime muscle loss before it happens. Let's talk first about the protein. But not just any protein. Milk is rich in a special kind called casein. It's different from fast-digesting proteins. Casein breaks down slowly in your stomach, releasing amino acids into your bloodstream bit by bit, like a slow-dripping IV. That matters, because while you're asleep, when you're not eating, moving, or thinking about food, your body still needs raw materials to repair and rebuild, especially your legs, which experience wear and tear simply from standing and walking. Without enough amino acids floating through your system, your body won't rebuild muscle. It will break it down. But casein changes that. By releasing a steady stream of building blocks overnight, it feeds your leg muscles when they're most ready to heal. Now let's zoom in a little. Inside your leg muscles are thousands of cells, tiny factories, waiting for the green light to make new muscle fibers. But they won't move into action just because amino acids show up. They need a clear signal. That signal comes when certain amino acids, especially one called leucine, reach a threshold in your blood. Casein, again, helps with this. It may be slow, but it's steady. And with enough protein in your warm milk, you'll cross that leucine threshold and flip the switch. This switch isn't imaginary. It's a real biological pathway called mTOR, and it tells your body, yes, now's the time. Build muscle, even while you sleep. This matters more after 60, because your cells need a stronger push than they used to. Leucine provides that nudge, and casein keeps it going. But protein alone isn't enough. Your muscles don't just need material. They also need permission. That's where vitamin D comes in. Think of vitamin D like a project manager. Without it, the workers have no direction. Vitamin D helps your cells absorb calcium. But more than that, it's crucial for muscle contraction and nerve signaling. If your blood is a highway, vitamin D keeps the traffic lights working. It ensures the messages from your brain. Move this foot. Balance on this leg. Shift your weight. Actually get to your muscles. Low vitamin D makes those signals fuzzy, delayed, or even lost. That's when you feel unsteady, or weak, or slow. But when you have enough vitamin D in your bloodstream, especially while you sleep, your muscles recharge their coordination for the next day. It's like charging a battery while the system rests. Let's bring it together. Protein feeds, vitamin D coordinates, and sleep repairs. All three work in harmony when you drink a warm glass of fortified milk at night. It's not a supplement. It's not a shake. It's not a lab-made formula. It's a quiet, comforting habit. One that many older adults in America already practice, without even knowing how powerful it is. Especially when using high-protein milk like Fairlife, which is lactose-filtered, or simply adding 1 scoop of milk protein powder into warm almond or oat milk with added vitamin D. You don't need a fancy blender or complicated recipe. Just warm it gently, lukewarm. Not hot, so the nutrients remain active, and the drink is soothing to your system. Some older adults even keep a small milk warmer beside the bed as part of their nightly ritual. So, how do you use it in a way that's both easy and enjoyable? Just warm up about 6 to 8 ounces of milk, which is roughly 1 cup. If you're using cow's milk, make sure it says fortified with vitamin D on the label. If you prefer plant-based options, almond or soy milk with added protein, and vitamin D3 works just as well. To take it further, you can stir in a scoop of milk protein powder, or even collagen, depending on what you have on hand. For flavor, a dash of cinnamon or nutmeg makes it comforting without sugar. The key is timing. Drink it about 30 to 60 minutes before bed so that it has time to digest and begin delivering nutrients while you sleep. With this simple step, you're not just easing into the night. You're giving your legs the tools they need to stay strong. 1 quiet cup at a time. For a cooler option, this creamy blend brings equal strength. Drink number 2, Cottage cheese and berry smoothie, the overnight muscle builder, hiding in your fridge. Your legs carry you through every step, every errand, every unexpected stumble. But after 60, they start to lose the muscle mass that once came naturally. It doesn't happen all at once. It happens quietly, often overnight, when your body slips into muscle breakdown mode while you sleep. That's when your legs, especially the large muscles in your thighs and calves, begin to weaken. Not because of aging itself, but because they're no longer getting the support they need. But there's a way to flip the script. A simple, creamy, and surprisingly delicious bedtime smoothie made with cottage cheese and berries can turn sleep into your strongest ally for leg recovery. Let's start with the powerhouse cottage cheese. Behind its mild flavor and soft texture lies one of the most underrated muscle-building proteins available, casein. Unlike fast-digesting proteins like whey, casein takes its time. When you blend cottage cheese into a smoothie and drink it before bed, you're setting up a long, slow release of amino acids that your muscles can tap into while you sleep. This is critical after 60, when your body doesn't respond to protein the way it used to. It needs time. It needs consistency. And casein delivers both. Here's how it works. After drinking your smoothie, casein begins breaking down slowly in your digestive system. Rather than dumping amino acids into your bloodstream all at once, it lets them trickle in one slow drip at a time. This steady flow gives your muscles exactly what they need, raw materials to rebuild. Throughout the night, as your legs rest and your body recovers from daily wear, those amino acids feed the fibers deep inside your thighs and calves. They help repair tiny tears from walking, standing, or climbing stairs. And most importantly, they stop further breakdown. You're not just holding on to muscle, you're rebuilding it, hour by hour. But protein isn't the only hero in this story. Let's talk about berries. Tiny, colorful fruits like blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries that are rich in vitamin C. You might think of vitamin C as something for your immune system, but your muscles and joints rely on it just as much. That's because vitamin C is essential for your body to produce collagen, the scaffolding that holds your muscles, tendons, and ligaments together. Without enough collagen, your muscles lose their foundation. They don't just shrink, they sag, disconnect, and weaken. Here's what happens inside. After you drink your smoothie, Vitamin C from the berries kicks off a chain reaction. It activates an enzyme that signals your body to start making fresh collagen. This collagen travels to your connective tissues, especially around your knees, ankles, and hips, and reinforces the areas where muscle meets bone. It strengthens the anchors that help your legs stay steady, absorb shock, and push off with power. And just like with casein, this work happens while you sleep. It's quiet, invisible, but over time, it adds up to stronger steps and fewer aches. If you don't support these connective tissues, even strong muscles won't function well. Collagen is the silent structure that holds it all together. Now let's talk real life. Why is this smoothie such a great option for older adults? First, it's easy. Cottage cheese is affordable, available in every grocery store, and lasts in the fridge for days. You don't need a fancy blender or exotic ingredients. Just scoop half a cup of cottage cheese into a small blender. Add half a cup of frozen mixed berries. Pour in a splash of unsweetened almond milk or water to help it blend. And optionally, toss in a spoonful of ground flaxseed or cinnamon for taste. Blend it smooth, pour it into a glass, and you've got a 2-minute bedtime ritual that feels more like a treat than a health habit. Second, it's gentle on your system. Unlike heavy meals, this smoothie digests slowly but easily. It won't spike your blood sugar. It won't sit in your stomach like a rock. And it won't disrupt your sleep. In fact, cottage cheese contains a small amount of tryptophan, an amino acid that may actually help you feel calm and ready for bed. Third, it's endlessly customizable. Prefer a tart flavor? Add a dash of lemon juice. Want extra protein? Stir in a scoop of collagen powder. Need more healthy fats for joint support? Add a tablespoon of nut butter. This isn't a rigid recipe. It's a flexible foundation built around 2 scientifically backed ingredients that your legs will thank you for. Timing matters too. The best time to drink it, about 45 to 60 minutes before bed. That gives your body time to start digesting the protein and activating collagen production, right as your brain signals it's time to rest. Remember, your muscles do their deepest healing during deep sleep. Giving them the right tools before you lie down means you wake up stronger, literally. If you can make tea, you can make this smoothie. To sum it up, this isn't just a smoothie. It's a leg-strengthening tool disguised as dessert. It works quietly, consistently, and efficiently, all while you sleep. So next time you reach for a nighttime snack, reach for something that gives back. A simple blend of cottage cheese and berries can do what pills and powders often can't: rebuild your legs from the inside out. One sip at a time. When muscles need blood flow, this vibrant drink delivers deeply. Drink number 3, Greek yogurt. Protein. Drink. The simple leucine-loaded drink that tells your legs to grow while you sleep. Some foods don't just nourish you, they speak to your body. And after 60, when your muscles stop listening to ordinary signals, you need foods that speak louder, clearer, and deeper. That's exactly what Greek yogurt does, especially when you turn it into a drinkable form before bed. In this one simple food lies a powerful molecule that your muscles are still waiting to hear from. Its name is leucine, and it's one of the few nutrients that can bypass age-related resistance and tell your legs it's time to grow again. Let's break it down. Leucine is a special kind of amino acid, what scientists call a branch-chain amino acid, or BCAA. But don't worry about the term. What matters is what it does. When you consume leucine in sufficient amounts, it activates a key biological switch inside your muscle cells. That switch is called mTOR, and it acts like a green light for growth. It tells your body, you have permission to start building new muscle tissue. Without enough leucine, that signal never turns on, especially in older adults, where the volume is already turned down. Now here's the beauty of Greek yogurt. It naturally contains a high concentration of leucine. In fact, just one serving of Greek yogurt can deliver nearly 3 grams of leucine, which is the threshold needed to flip the mTOR switch. When you blend it into a smooth drink and consume it before bed, you give your body a clear, concentrated message. You don't just supply protein, you supply instruction. That's something most foods, and even many protein powders, fail to do. Here's how the process unfolds inside your body. After drinking your Greek yogurt blend, the leucine travels through your digestive tract and into your bloodstream. Once it reaches your muscles, especially the ones in your legs, which are typically under the most stress, it enters the cells and acts like a spark. That spark starts the rebuilding process. It tells your body to pull in available building blocks and start stitching muscle fibers back together. All of this happens quietly while you sleep. But it only happens if the signal is strong, and Greek yogurt gives you just that. Now let's talk real life. How do you turn thick Greek yogurt into a drink that's easy, enjoyable, and effective? Start with half a cup of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. Choose a full-fat or 2% version for better absorption and a creamier texture. Add in half a cup of unsweetened almond milk or oat milk to thin it out. Blend until smooth. You now have a high leucine, easy-to-drink base. If you like, you can sweeten it naturally with a few frozen berries or a teaspoon of honey, though plain works perfectly well. Some people also add a pinch of cinnamon for warmth and flavor. To boost the effect even further, consider stirring in a scoop of collagen peptides, which provides the raw materials needed to reinforce the structure around your muscle fibers. You can also add a tablespoon of chia seeds, which expand slightly in the liquid, and deliver healthy fats to support recovery. These additions don't just make the drink healthier, they make it more interesting, more personal, and more satisfying to drink every night. The entire drink takes less than 3 minutes to make. It's light enough not to interfere with sleep, but powerful enough to fuel overnight growth. And it digests more gently than heavier casein powders or meat-based meals. Greek yogurt also contains probiotics, which may support digestion and nutrient absorption, ensuring that the leucine you consume doesn't go to waste. So, when's the best time to drink it? Aim for 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This gives your body time to begin absorbing the leucine and delivering it to your muscles just as your brain is powering down for deep sleep. Remember, muscle recovery doesn't happen during your workouts. It happens when you rest. And nighttime is when your body shifts into repair mode. You just have to give it the right raw materials and the right signal. If you find yourself walking slower, losing strength, or feeling shaky when standing from a chair, it's not just age. It's a communication problem. Your legs are waiting for a message, one they no longer hear from standard meals. But this drink, made from humble Greek yogurt, can break through the silence. It can say what your muscles need to hear. You're not done. Let's build. This isn't a supplement. It isn't a gimmick. It's a simple, creamy bedtime habit that tastes good, works fast, and costs almost nothing. So tonight, instead of reaching for cookies or crackers, try this instead. A cool glass of blended Greek yogurt might be the loudest, clearest thing your legs hear all night. Now meet a fermented classic that rebuilds quietly while sleeping. Drink number 4. Plain kefir, the gentle fermented drink that feeds your muscles and protects your nerves while you sleep. Not all muscle loss is just about age. Sometimes, it's about silence, the kind that happens overnight. When your legs rest, but don't receive the nutrients they need to rebuild. That silence can lead to slow erosion, weaker steps, wobblier balance, and legs that tire faster with each week. But there's one humble drink that's been around for centuries, and it works quietly, deeply, and naturally. It's called plain kefir, a fermented milk drink that provides your muscles and nerves exactly what they need to stay strong, especially while you sleep. Let's start with the basics. Kefir is rich in complete protein, meaning it gives your body all the essential building blocks it needs to repair muscle tissue. But unlike some heavy dairy products, kefir is fermented, making it easier to digest. This means your body can actually use the protein it contains slowly and gently while you rest. And tucked inside that protein is calcium, the quiet mineral that does more than build bones. It also plays a key role in muscle function, helping your muscles contract, hold, and release with proper rhythm. Here's what happens when you drink kefir before bed. The protein starts to digest slowly, feeding your muscles throughout the night. As calcium enters the bloodstream, it supports the movement of those muscle fibers, helping your legs stay coordinated and reactive even while at rest. For older adults, this is crucial. As we age, calcium absorption becomes less efficient, and the body may begin pulling calcium from bones and muscle stores to meet basic needs. By drinking calcium-rich kefir before bed, you're topping off that supply at the exact moment your muscles are entering recovery mode. But kefir doesn't stop there. It also contains a vitamin many older adults unknowingly lack: vitamin B12. This nutrient helps maintain the nerves that communicate with your muscles. Think of B12 as the insulation on your body's electrical wiring. Without it, signals from your brain to your legs can become weak, delayed, or scrambled. That's when coordination starts to break down, when your muscles feel fine, but your movements are clumsy. B12 helps protect the long, delicate nerve fibers that control motion, keeping your legs not just strong, but responsive. When it comes to using kefir effectively, the goal is to keep things simple and realistic. Just pour yourself about 3/4 of a cup, roughly 6 ounces of plain, unsweetened kefir. Avoid the flavored kinds with added sugars, as they may interfere with blood sugar levels and sleep quality. You can drink it cold straight from the fridge, or warm it slightly until it's room temperature, or just a bit cozy, not hot, depending on what feels more comforting to you. If you want to make it more enjoyable while increasing its nutritional value, consider adding 1 or 2 easy ingredients you probably already have. For example, a tablespoon of ground pumpkin seeds mixes in easily and adds magnesium and zinc minerals that help muscles relax and reduce cramping at night. You could also slice in half a banana, which provides potassium to balance the calcium and support proper muscle contractions. These combinations don't just enhance taste. They work together to form a nighttime blend that supports full body coordination. For those who enjoy variety, you can thin out the kefir by blending it with half a cup of unsweetened almond milk, making it lighter and easier to sip. A dash of cinnamon adds warmth and a subtle sweetness without sugar, while a scoop of collagen peptides can support the connective tissue around your muscles. These are gentle, familiar additions that feel like comfort food, but act with biological precision. Timing matters too. Aim to drink your kefir about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. That gives your body time to start digesting, absorb nutrients gradually, and begin the overnight repair process right on cue. When done consistently, this small nightly habit can quietly build up long-term strength, coordination, and resilience in your legs. Over time, this simple drink can become a comforting part of your routine. There are no pills to swallow, no expensive powders, and no complicated prep. Just a small glass, a few familiar foods, and a body that knows what to do with them. It's a habit grounded in tradition, but supported by real biology. And perhaps most importantly, it's a habit that says, without a word, I care about walking strong tomorrow. Final message. The drinks may seem simple: a glass of milk, a spoonful of yogurt, a splash of kefir, but for aging legs, they speak volumes. They feed, repair, and protect in the quiet hours of the night. And the good news, you don't have to change your whole life. Even one bedtime habit, done with care, can help you wake up stronger. Your legs have carried you through decades. They deserve a little care in return. Maybe those heavy steps in the morning aren't age. Maybe they're just asking for better support. 4 drinks, 4 small changes, all doable, all within reach. Just one better choice tonight. One small glass before bed can become the steady difference you feel in every step tomorrow.